Good afternoon to you. I hope that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. Getting right into things, man. We're going to be doing a review. Of course, this interview is hot off the press. It just came in yesterday, I believe. I was scrolling through YouTube and I discovered it. And if you know about this channel, then you know that I did a previous video concerning BandMan Kevo. When one of his baby mamas came out and she was talking about how she was breaking on him and getting all this type of money from him each month, this, that, and the third, and the title of that video was, I believe, Scammers, D-Boys, The Boss on Your Job. All of these men are designed to be a woman's ATM machine. And of course, I meant that. Now, a lot of you didn't know what I was really talking about when I said that, because a lot of you have that DJ Akademiks game where you feel, or society has taught you, that once you receive a bag, then that's the end all be all. That you finally arrived, all of your issues and your problems with women are going to be over. She has to cherish and uphold you now that you have a bag, or now that you are financially successful. And this is to the contrary, because one thing about it, if you really have an understanding, or if you've came up, or really being around women and you have an understanding of this, then prior to having money, I'll put it to you like this: if you've had women all throughout the course of your life, just off of the strength, just off of your personality, off having charisma, off your ability to speak, or, whatever the case may be, then you'll know that this is not the case. Or if you are like myself, I would say probably 40%, maybe 50% of the women that I've had sexual encounters with, I've been the one that they have been cheating with. I've been a breath of fresh air, a welcoming relief to the Alcatraz known as their relationship, to where this man is constantly tripping on them, and he may just be doing things that a boyfriend does. I've seen this all too often, to where relationships, they become a battleship, for lack of a better word. They are constantly hitting. They're around each other all the time, and they start off doing beautiful things, but it's come to a head to where either they're on some type of break. He's just getting on my nerves. I'm tired of him doing this. I'm tired of this, that, and the third. And so you'll come to a point where they run across somebody like myself, and it's just all too easy. And while this boyfriend might have went on dates, he might have spent money on this woman, he might have had children with her, by the time she reaches me, typically that sexual experience happens like that. The first time they're coming through, it is what it is, and they getting drug out too. They getting drug out. They giving me everything from a sexual standpoint, because they typically are looking for that release. They're wanting to just have an unhinged, no holds barred sexual encounter. They want meat all in the mouth. They want you to bust out anywhere on their body that you feel like it. They they want to get beat from all different type directions, all around the house, all around the crib. Really just get drug out. And I'm thinking to myself oftentimes, like, dang, if her boyfriend only knew, he would be disgusted. He would be ready to kill her. But oftentimes, this is really their get back to the boyfriend. And I could go on and on as to the various reasons as to why women are looking outside of the relationship to indulge in these particular sexual encounters. It could typically be the excitement of it, the fact that they know that they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. But that's not really the angle that I'm looking to take here on today. I simply brought that up is because oftentimes the theory that once you receive or you obtain a certain amount of materialistic items, or once you are able to floss or flex in a certain capacity, that your woman is just going to uphold and respect you and just be happy to be there. Now, she may, um, you may actually bully this woman into a situation to where you know that she really couldn't do better without you, or you typically think that she doesn't want to leave because where else is she gonna go to where she can get pampered? I take on trips all the time. Like Jay-Z said, it's kind of hard to go back to Hamburger Helper after you had filet mignon. So oftentimes these things are true from a relationship standpoint, but this is still not going to prevent you from being cheated on. You know, because oftentimes while these men may have a bag, they are lacking in other areas from a personality standpoint, from a charisma standpoint, or he may just not even have the time to really invest into this woman, or even when he is around, you know, there's a good chance or a high probability that she's only with him because of what he has. And you know, while these relationships are sustainable, it's typically not healthy because you're going to run across things like you've encountered or like BandMan Kevo has encountered. Now, DJ Akademiks. Um, just a brief background on DJ Akademiks. You know, when I first encountered him in the War of Chirac, I knew that he was a smart cookie. I could tell. Like, I knew it was only gonna be a matter of time before he blew because I knew he had some type of background, you know, in media. He knew what he was doing. I could tell that, you know, and the style that he was coming with, it was fresh. You know, he was funny. You know, he had a charismatic personality. Now, for the longest, you didn't know who this man was. You didn't have a face to attach to the voice, but you could kind of tell how he was talking that he was a nerd, you know, or that he was a square. You know, the president, he used to call himself the president of the pussy nigga, of the pussy nigga association, you know what I mean? Just a real funny dude. So he came in very humble, you know, so to speak. You could tell that, you know, well, he never proclaimed to be a Mac. He never proclaimed to be any type of man that had an abundance of women. And the more, or as the years carried on, the more as you know he began to speak, and the more comfortable he became. You know, as he grew in popularity, and he began to actually get some money for what he was doing, you can kind of tell a shift in his personality, so to speak. Now, he still may be the same man, but just as far as you can tell, the money gave him confidence. And it also led to an ego being shown. You know, if you listen to DJ Akademiks nowadays, he's actually adopted a new moniker to where he calls himself the prize. He says, "Baby, Lil Baby is the hero. Dirk is the voice. You got Big Act, aka the prize. Big Akademiks, aka the prize." And so this is what he's labeled himself, man. You know, it went from being the president of the Pussy Nigga Association to, you know, now he's at a point where, you know, he has armed security. I guess he's been around these rappers long enough to know that they're not really tough like that. Like he'll pop his little shit, and then when he's going on platforms and speaking on women, you can tell that he feels that he's arrived. You know, it's almost like he's on a revenge tour. You know, for every woman who used to ridicule him or pass him over, because I mean, obviously he's still no looker. He's still a little chubby, little chipmunk looking dude. But you know, that's neither here nor there. You know, he goes on, you know, these certain little platforms, and he's blanking on women, belittling them and telling them, "Woman, I'm the prize. Your man broke." That's the first thing to come out of his trick mouth. "Girl, your man broke. Your man, you'll never have a man like me. This, that, and the third. That's driving this. That's driving that. That's paying for this and paying for that." You know, so in his world, you can tell that he thinks that's the end all be all, that he's finally arrived. And he's actually bitten into this apple or this fruit to where he has started to believe that these women actually like him. You know, that he actually is the prize to these women. And then, you had the video which came out not too long ago to where the women were disrespecting him. And actually, before we look at this BandMan Kevo, let me see if I can pull up. Let's take a look at this one right quick. No respect. No respect. She done threw the man hat. He calling all type niggas. I'm the prize. Look at him. No respect. He can't stop. He can't prevent these women from doing nothing. Now, the thing that you'll notice upon that last clip that we just watched of DJ Akademiks, despite having all this money, his words still held no authority between these two women. It's my belief that anything that you have to scream, anytime you have to scream it to the top of your lung, you have to keep repeating certain things to people, then your authority is in question. Anytime you have to argue with someone, debate them, and tell them as to why you are what you are, then your authority is in question. Oftentimes it's something that when you're really that, you don't have to specify it. Your works speak alone. The way that the women treat you or they conduct themselves around you, this is going to speak as to how they truly view you. And in the case of a DJ Akademiks, I come here to tell you that no matter how much money that he has or what level of success that he achieves, even though he does have a pretty cool personality, he's still going to always be seen as somewhat of a dweeb around these women. Now, they're probably more than likely they're going to have sex with you. They're going to let you do whatever you want to do to them, all type 2s and 3 ways, this, that, and the third, but you're still, at the end of the day, a lick, a trick. To me, the wealth, anytime a woman comes around you, you really aren't going to have anything that's going to prevent this woman from, he's the type to get set up by a woman or to get stolen from by a woman, or at the least taken advantage of by a woman, because, you're just DJ Akademiks at the end of the day, and I don't think any real woman is ever going to truly be happy with you. Now, a lot of women are whack. A lot of women got that weak, that whack personality. A lot of women is weirdos, so I'm not saying that he can't have a level of success, but to the women that he thinks he's going to be presiding over and telling them what to do and that you should be looking at me like a prize, these women are going to be looking at you as a lick, and it's still not going to be preventing you from being capitalized on by these women. You can go on for days. Even, the first woman that I ever saw him with or speaking with was Selena Powell, and he put her on and gave her a platform when she was a known liar. She was lying about being pregnant with Offset's baby, and he basically gave her a platform to do all type of foolishness. So just real clownish, so you can tell it's been a number of situations and encounters. Every time I've seen him with a woman, it's really some clown shit going on, but that's neither here nor there. The biggest thing that we're going to go ahead and get into the BandMan Kevo interview, but you can just tell DJ Akademiks, his world is kind of being shaken up, or what he's thought to believe is real is kind of being shaken up on here, because here, if you're not familiar, BandMan Kevo has had money for some time now. He's really kind of like an online guru, been teaching other people how to get money and this, that, and the third. So he would kind of have all of the materialistics that a woman would want. But in this particular video, he goes on to say that despite all of this, he still finds himself or the reason why he got the BBL, the liposuction treatment, was because he kept getting cheated on by other men. His woman kept cheating on him with other men that had nice bodies. So they wouldn't even have a bag they would just have nice physiques. And as we go through this, you'll see DJ Akademiks like, what in the world? Because it's registering to him that if this is happening to BandMan Kevo, who for all accounts is cooler than DJ Akademiks. He has a way better swag than DJ Akademiks. He's always draped in a designer, this, that, and the third. If this is happening to him, and their money is probably equivalent. If he probably has more than DJ Akademiks. So you'll go as we go through this, you'll see some of the first questions that DJ Akademiks is asking. But let's go through enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get to the review of this video. So let's see.
Did you do it for the looker or the people you did it for?
No, myself. Like, I'm gonna be honest.
You had a lot of money. You always had a lot of money.
That's the first lie. He says he's doing it for himself. Then he's gonna follow it right back up. He's gonna say, well, "Let me be honest."
It's 2009, so let me tell you. I got cheated on a lot.
Really?
By a lot of like guys with better bodies.
Really?
So in other words, you did not do this for yourself. You did this because you kept getting cheated on. And in your insecure mind, the common denominator between all of these times that you were cheating on, or that you were actually being cheated on, or that you actually knew about, because it's probably more than that. The times that and if women are getting caught cheating, typically they want you to know that they cheating on you. Probably to deflate your ego, that false sense of ego that you have as far as this money. You know, these men strike me as the type, these tricks, they strike me as the type to kind of throw that around. Like, woman, you ain't nothing without me. Woman, I put you on. Now, he probably talked that I'm the prize talk like DJ Akademiks. When, that's not the case. And as he was discovering that he was being cheated on, he came to the conclusion like, wow, the common denominator is all these men, even though they're broke. So that's false. It's not the bag that's going to keep this woman. Even though I'm having access to this woman, it's not enough to hold or keep her attention. Let's get that understood and move on here.
Yeah, just to be honest, I don't even care. You know what I mean?
Did that nigga say back?
You said what?
So if you were a chick, you obviously, nigga, your name is BandMan Kevo. You got the bag.
I got the bag.
Whatever.
It didn't make me feel bad.
Now listen to the first question that comes out of DJ Akademiks' mouth. This big act, aka the prize. Big act, aka the prize. This is the first question come out of his mouth. Did these men have a bag? Did these men have a bag? Man, this trick talk is so crazy because, that's typically the first thing that comes out of every man's mouth. Regular dudes who lack this game, that's going to be one of the first things that come out of their mouth. I had a partner one time, anytime I bagged a fine woman or something like that, he used to always ask, well, what kind of car does she drive? Where does she stay at? And I used to be thinking in my head, like, son, it don't matter where she stay at, or what she drive. I'm a man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm really that at the end of the day. So it's like anything that she is presiding over, that's going to be mine anyway. So hopefully she does have a better car than me. Hopefully she is staying in a better place than me, because if that is the case, yeah, that's going to be mine very, very soon. I also look at, oftentimes when I'm talking to other women, they'll say that they hear this all the time. And I had to even switch this up as far as, it just got to be evident that I'm the prize. I can't even really specify it anymore because now you have men like DJ Akademiks proclaiming to be a prize. If he's saying that, imagine how many other squares with no game or how many lames are talking like this, like they're the prize because they might have a good career, a good job, something like this. So, oftentimes women, I'm going to say that for another message as far as the woman being in competition with the man and trying to be equal with him and this, that, and the third. They hear that often that, oh, I'm the prize, but the main thing about that is they know you don't really feel that way. They know you don't believe that because women are very tactful. They're very crafty in their ability to poke holes in your ego and really kind of get to the bottom and really see if you are who you say that you are. They almost have a degree in these type of things. So if you're professing to be the prize, in her mind, it's going to register. Well, if he feels like he's the prize, why is he doing everything I tell him to do? Why can I overtalk him? Why can I do whatever and feel like it? Why can't I just trounce all over them and do this, that, and the third? You know, and if you're proclaiming to be the prize, but you'll minimize yourself just to receive some sex from this woman. I come here to tell you that, son, you are not the prize if that's the case, because she should be doing that for you. If she can't humble herself, and you got all this money, and you got all this position, you're in a position of power, so you think, and she won't even humble herself for 5 minutes to be around you. She won't go out of her way to be around you. You have to fly her out to you to see you. You have to accommodate her at every turn, every corner, in order to be in her presence. So it sounds like she's the prize, you know. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and continue on.
But
Did them niggas that your shorty or whoever fucked, did they have the bag too?
no.
He asked it again because BandMan Kevo thought he said, "Did it make you feel bad?" He said, "He said, did they have a bag too?" Listen, he can't get over this. It's really messing his mind up right now. Look how he looking.
What?
That man said, "What? They didn't have a bag?" He can't believe it.
Yeah.
This is
So it's like I understand. I was just like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I got the money, I'm rich, I got this, I got that. I don't give a fuck. Like, shit, it's your loss. But at the same time, I'm just looking at, like, we guys. So you gonna kind of look at a person like, damn, this person is really in shape. Especially if that person is like a weightlifter, like type of, like, okay, when you look at I don't know what type of women you like, but when we look at a woman we like, we usually like a nice set of titties and a nice ass, a flat stomach. We don't want nothing weird.
Yeah.
Women are the same way. If we gotta be honest with ourselves.
A lot of times they don't vocalize it though.
It's that insecure mindset. It's that insecure mindset of the man. With all this money, he's still feeling like he's not enough. Come on.
I don't know why, but they really. You ever?
So they want
have you ever been on the shade room? Have you ever been on the shade room?
Yeah.
And you will see something and somebody showing in their box. Okay, let's.
These must be thirsty for Safari, man.
Okay,
what the fuck?
In LE Chopper.
Yeah.
Remember when this viral picture came out and all these thirsty ass girls was under there?
I was in the comments. What's up with these hoes?
Okay, now they just posted some guy in the kitchen, like a chef, on the shade room or something, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's giving." Girls are cap, bro, and those are the same ones that will mess with that guy with.
Listen, BandMan Kevo, I swear he dropping some dollars now. All the squares are gathered around. All the men who are thinking that a bag gonna keep you, you lame as hell. You know what I mean? You wasn't having no women back in high school, nothing, this, that, and the third. And you thinking now that you got money, that everything is all good and this woman gonna respect you and uphold you and look at you like a king. It has to be more than that. This is why I'm here though. If y'all want to know what's really gonna keep a woman, what she really is supposed to admire and uphold and look at you in that particular light, what's gonna really make her do that, then definitely refer to some of my previous teachings. I got game for days on there.
$0 just for that. Let me ask you something. I watch porn. Girls watch porn, correct?
Yeah.
It's 90% of guys that look like what on porn?
This Paul thing is so insecure. He at porn watching men. He on porno sites watching men. My goodness. And that also lets you know that the spirit of homosexuality is kind of up in there as well, because it's like, damn, anytime I've kind of, had to revert to watching that, God forbid, but so when you are watching it, man, I ain't never been checking for these men like that, man. I'm watching this big old booty, these breasts, this, that, and the third. Like, man, this is what I'm watching. I ain't really paying this man no mind. I really kind of shy away from the films that kind of have both of them in the frame. I'd rather it just be the close-up on the woman's ass and titties and this, that, and the third. I like that close-in type of thing. But any type of flick where a man is all in the camera, booty all in the camera, this, that, and the third, like, man, we finna find a new one, man. I ain't with that type of shit,
I would imagine they look to something.
Yeah, like bodies, right?
DJ Akademiks, you saw. Hey, now this is cap. You know what I mean? Because I would imagine they're built, nigga. Like, stop playing, like.
Okay, so they watching a lot of this, so that's what. And when they playing with themselves with their little rolls or their little dildos, that's what they want, bro. We just sometimes just gotta be honest with ourselves. But a lot of people, this is the world is so dishonest, bro, that they'll be like, oh well, no. But then when she do cheat, like a girl, let me tell you about my life, bro. I've been with girls that act like money didn't mean shit to them. Oh, money don't mean nothing. Money don't mean nothing. No, money don't mean nothing. You got cheating with a nigga with a better body than you, or a nigga with more money than you.
It's just that simple.
That's simple.
I come here to tell you that that's a lie on today. Now in their world, like this typically in their mind, this is what it's typically broke down to. But like I always say, it typically everything breaks down to timing and it breaks down to value. So, typically now they're really on the scene, as far as in the mainstream and this, that, and the third. A lot of people know them. So when they are around these women, typically that's the thing that they notice. Okay, this man had a better body than me. When they found that out, if you really notice, a lot of times these trainers is really winning nowadays because they're in a position of power over the woman. Oftentimes they're working with this woman. They getting her body in shape. They're teaching her things about her health, how to stay in shape, this, that, and the third, how to really get the look that she's looking for. So I think it even goes beyond what BandMan Kevo is talking about here, because I think there is some truth to that. Obviously, that is going to be a value to a lot of women. If you are sexually attractive, if you're physically attractive, if you have that physical look that a woman is looking for, then she's going to be prone to participate in some fornication with you. However, to me, it's still more than that, as to how he even got in position to do that. Because, if he's not in these circles, if he wasn't around this woman, there's so many people in this world that she can give this vagina to anyone, But the men that you're running across, it just so happens that they have these particular physiques, Where did he meet her at? Did he meet her at the store? Did he meet her at the gym? This, that, and the third. But, oftentimes, and coming from somebody who has typically been skinny my whole life, man, I've always had an innumerable amount of big booty women, what I'm saying, fine women, this, that, and the third. I would go as far as to say a colleague on her job will probably beat that you don't know about. It's probably just the fact that she allowed you to see her cheat with a man that is physically in shape, because it's probably happened countless times. But just to hit your ego, typically she's probably going to let herself be discovered by a man who has something that that you don't have, just in order to play with your mind.
When did you first find out that a girl cheated on you? I think that's a devastating experience for guys.
You think? Well,
I started young. I got my mom kicked me out when I was 15.
No, all right, hold on. So I'm gonna advance it to when you had something, because
yeah, you're right. Okay.
Look, DJ Akademiks don't even want to know about his relationships what led up to this. He said, I want to know once you got the money. Hey, this really a counseling session for DJ Akademiks right now. He want to know what's going on, as far as like, dang, once you got the money, how did this happen? Give me a play-by-play walkthrough.
A lot of guys, and for anybody watching, it's like, you're gonna go through life, but once you feel like you've made it to a certain extent, you almost feel like not to use my infamous line at this point, nigga, you the prize. A chick cheating on you, like, what the fuck is she doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how a trick is going to feel. He feel like he owns this woman because he has the money advantage over her. But if DJ Akademiks was to open his small mind up concerning this and concerning women, because if you just don't have it, you don't have it. Basically you're going to see the world around you based on your own experiences. And so coming up, he never had women like that. It's obvious to tell. So now that he has access to women, in his mind, he's deduced that the money is what brings the women, like most other men in the world. Now that definitely plays a factor in it. I'm not saying that, but the main thing as to if this was the end all be all, how are all these athletes getting broke on? How do all these marriages end in divorce? What's going on here? Why are women, and I'm going to get into this in one of my next videos, but why is somebody like Tom Brady's wife ending up with a judo teacher, a karate teacher? Why is Cassie leaving Diddy for a personal trainer? The list goes on. Women more and more. Why is Nicki Minaj settling down after being around all these rappers in the industry? Why is she settling down with a common street dude, who may be popping where he's from, but nobody really knew him on a mainstream level? So it's why are these things happening? This lets you know that it has to be more than money. Back to the video.
So when that happened to you, like, how did you even find out or even realize, like, what the fuck? Nigga, you Kevo at this point, like, bitch cheating on Kevo, like, she finessing herself.
Yeah, so
she's finessing herself. No, she's not. Goofy, she's finessing you. She's finessing a DJ Akademiks. She's finessing a BandMan Kevo with some individuals with false sense of importance. Actually feeling like they're the prize when the intangibles that a woman really admires in a man, you all are lacking in these particular departments. That's why she's cheating. So this shouldn't have been any type of surprise.
It was crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I was doing a lot, for a person, and I bought him a car, and I found out, because I had a tracker.
Doing a whole lot of tricking. I was just doing a lot for the person. Oh my goodness. See, this what, I definitely need to go cross country, man. I need to go ahead and get up in this Miami, because that's supposed to be mine. That's supposed to be mine. This is what I be telling women all the time. When you run across the suckers like these, man, the world is your stomping ground. You supposed to be out here breaking like it's out here for, because most men are thinking in this capacity. Most men are thinking, dang, this bag, let me go ahead and lavish it with this. This is how it has to go. If you are aesthetically pleasing, if you are fine or easy to look upon by a man, typically they're going to try to show off. Their ego is tied up in their wallets oftentimes. So if this being the case, man, you're supposed to be breaking on these men. But it's nothing to come up on 100,000, 200,000, new vehicle, this, that, and the third, and really bring that back to the collection plate of the man that you really admire and that you really looking up to. Let's keep it moving now.
A car. You know what I mean? Just in case, because Chicago.
So you got a track on that car.
Oh, really? But I put a track on.
But I bought it for her, but it's my car. You get it?
Yeah.
So I'm like, why the fuck is my car at?
Trying to keep her
studio movie.
Hey, trying to keep using a little trick leverage, trying to keep her, keep a hold on her. You feel me? And she don't even care about that.
Girl, movie theater. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. I'm out here getting money. You know what I'm saying? So I tell my homies, come to my crib ASAP. I hop my BMW.
You think he stole it?
Yeah, like, what's going on? But then I don't think it's stolen. I'm the cop.
Yeah, I think it's stolen. Well, no, then I don't think it's stolen. Well, you knew immediately once you saw that thing at the spot that you be at with her, that she was over there with another man. You instantly knew in the pit of your stomach that some cheating was going on, son. You knew that.
I'm sure she ain't pick it up. I'm like, it's at a studio movie grill where I always take her to.
Look at him.
So we 4 deep. We ride in the car. We on our way out there. It's like a 30-minute drive from Chicago type shit. I see my car. And I see my car on.
Started moving?
No, it's parked.
Using that gas.
Like, I see my car on. I pull up behind my car. Now, it's on means somebody in the car.
Yeah, of course.
The girl is in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. My BMW, tinted windows, black, 24-inch Ford Giatos.
Y'all, hey, this is so crazy, man. Because, hold on, I'm going to let her finish telling the story.
Blocking the car. It's cars around, it's blocking. So, I got my pipe with me, my home. We got 4 deep in the gun.
Ain't nobody about no gangster shit.
Bro, I don't know what the hell.
Ain't nobody about no gangster shit.
It's tent windows type shit. I'm like, so I'm steady calling, ain't nobody pick it up. Still.
But the car on.
Yes. So I tell my homie, hey bro, get out the car and walk around, the front of the window.
I said to this homie on the mission, got. Hey, Chris better look at it, man. He said that she gonna know his feet, man. Go around there. Look at the mission this man is going on, calling himself the prize. Look at this, man. Come on.
My homie say, man, Man, your girl and this dude in the car in the car like this. But they dumbass forgot to turn off the car. You get it? It's almost like they think they in a car that's not on, but we see that the lights on. Gee, I was so fucked up, right? So I was just like,
I always dreamed that everything would be okay with me and you. But I was wrong. When I looked into your eyes, I didn't see all the things I used to see. What's going on? Oh, bring out the emotional, dog.
damn, this crazy. Like I didn't even know what to do really. Like I'm like, okay, I got this. We got guns, this and that. There's a dude in my car. I said, you know what? I parked, got out the car.
That's the end of that clip, man. But as far as with that, the the oh yeah, the story that I was gonna tell y'all. So it's so funny because man, when you've been on that side of the coin, it's like you know what's going on. Like I had this one woman that I was working with. She was so fine to me too, man. Oh, she was so fine. She had that little Starbucks. Justin, hey, if you know Justin, I like them type of women with those personalities that's just real bubbly and real, cheerleading and things like that, man. She was just had an attractive personality about it, and she was fine as hell. Yeah, but it ended up, man. She had a fiance. Hey, if you hadn't watched that video neither, man, go check that out, man. If you catch a woman cheating, what not to do. Yeah, I mean, well, we actually reviewed a woman who was engaged to a man. Actually, what transpired and how he ran up on a fiance, Olivia. You know what I mean? Hey, it's a funny video, man. Go check that one out. But getting back to the story, we met at work, man, and she was engaged, man. She had a big ass rock on her hand, you know what I mean? So it was like that was like her pride and joy, man. Everybody used to ask, "Oh my God, when are you getting married?" This, that, and the third, like, you know what I mean? That was really like the big conversation started with her, and so it ended up, I seen her, and anytime I work with a woman, I've had a tremendous amount of success at the jobs. Like, I kind of just feel like if it's a fine woman in the office that's going to have to see me for an extended period of time, if we in type of any environment where you have to see me for an extended period of time, where you're going to have to listen to me speak, you're going to have to smell my cologne, you're going to have to see how I'm conducting myself around these other males, then, yeah, it's only a matter of time before, we start having some little chemistry. And then once you talk to me, it's over. Once you get to really seeing the magnetism and the young brother personality and my philosophies and how I view certain things and how I'm speaking, yeah, it's really finna go down. You know what I mean? And so it was so long before we ended up actually talking, because I actually fucked her friend first. You know what I'm saying? A shawty with a big old butt and titties who was like a little baby model. You know what I mean? Was taking professional pictures and shit. So I ended up beating that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just drug that thing out the frame. And that's really all it takes at these particular jobs. When a woman really hear you about certain things, you feel me? You can produce orgasms and this, that, and the third. It go from a woman already was feeling you and kind of keeping it in check, like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Dang, he cool, he look like he about that. But then once they find out you sexually active in that bedroom and you can do your thing, oftentimes for a square woman, it take it through the roof. And so, the one girl, she ended up getting let go. It was one of these little temp jobs, so she ended up getting on up out of there. So now it's just, me and Shawty, you feel me? Other women trying to fuck with me like that and that, but, I got my eye on this one. So me and her get to talking, we get to kicking it. You know what I mean? Long story short. But we started doing our thing. So I gave her my number. You know what I'm saying? She already told me that she felt like I was attractive. You know what I mean? But rightfully so. But it ended up to where it's still like she ain't text me for like a week, 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, all right, word. But I kept on doing my thing, I see her when I see her. But it's just one day we had to sit beside each other and actually do something. And so we got to kicking it, talking for a little second. And then when I left up out of there, She ended up texting me. You know what I mean? And so from that point on, we text that weekend, and then it was on and popping. Now we getting up after the job. You know what I mean? We getting up once we get off, we linking up. You know what I mean? And we was around this little, I don't want to call it a shopping center, but one of those business plazas to where a lot of the businesses are right there beside each other. And then there was hotels around, the little business part. And so when we used to get up out of there, we used to go instantly over to one of these little hotels. We used to switch them up, and we used to be sitting in the car. Hey, just like BandMan Kevo, his shawty and hella dude. We used to be sitting in the car chilling, you know what I'm saying? I would be in this back when I was smoking, you know what I mean? I'd be in there smoking on a little backwood, kicking it with her, you know what I'm saying? Doing my little thug thizzle. And so I came to a point where one day, so we ended up messing around, you feel me? But one of the last times I seen her, you know what I mean? We ended up linking up. And she was like, well, I want to take you over here to such and such. We ended up going to Lowe's Foods. We go in here, we eat some Lowe's food, then we go on the parking deck. You know what I mean? Whole Foods, pardon me. So we ended up eating at Whole Foods, the buffet. It was my first time there. She was one of them type of organic, stay in shape type women, you feel me? So she really put me on to this. And so after that, we ended up going out to the car again. We back, we went back in that thing. You know what I'm saying? She done gave me some head before, man, but she ended up doing it again. And we was finna go ahead and beat that. I was finna beat that in the back seat. But I was trying to prolong things a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was a little cool time. But when BandMan Kevo said that, it kinda made me think of that, man. So but long story short, man, the title of this video gonna be DJ Akademiks, aka The Prize. Can't believe that BandMan Kevo keeps getting cheated on, And I come in to also tell y'all in closing that BandMan Kevo getting this BBL is not gonna prevent him from getting cheated on. The fact that he's almost done himself a disservice because now women across the nation know that you are insecure. So they're gonna be playing on you some more, son. They gonna anytime they want to play with you or have their little way with you, that's gonna be their go-to. You know what I mean? So they'll still mess with a man with a physique, or they might go to a skinny nigga. That's gonna fuck him up if he come up in the cut and find out that she over here get throwing that thing to a skinny nigga. Or she done brought that back to a young pimp, something like that, man. That's gonna hurt his heart, man. But this video don't went on long enough, man. I just wanted to kind of jump in on today, give my little review on DJ Akademiks, Big Ak, aka The Prize. And I came here to tell y'all today that no, that's not the prize. Just because you're having some money, man, it's gonna take a little bit more than that to actually keep your woman under subjection. You feel me? Or actually have her adhering to and complying to, things that you desire, as a man, because if you're really a prize, we already know that it's nothing for her to actually do that. It's when she doesn't view you as a prize and just any old thing, or, that's when you have to deal with all these other issues here. But, that's it, man. Definitely jump in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think concerning this. Let me know if any experiences that you've had, if you've ever been cheated on. We can go from there, man. And until next time, definitely everyone be blessed. Like, subscribe, share the content, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.